I'm gonna put the choke on. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Shoney Small Engines. A customer brought me this MS211 steel chainsaw. He said he accidentally put oil in the gas tank, so he drained it out, tried to get it started. It was spin and sputter, not really running right. He said could I clean it out, flush it out for him. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Make sure it's running right. Make sure there's nothing else going on in this thing. He also wants me to sharpen the chain, but not worried about that right now. So as you saw, I could get it to kind of spit and sputter. It starts for a second, just kind of shuts right back off. So first I want to do is I want to drain this fuel. I'm going to pull the carb, just give it a good cleaning, get any of the rest of the oil that's out of there. Should start then, and what's going to happen is probably going to burn some oil for a while. It's going to smoke a lot. We'll take it outside, let it run for a while, but show you how to do that. First I want to do is just drain this fuel out of here, and we'll get down to the carburetor. All right, fuel looks pretty good. But again, if we sucked up some oil into there, it's going to block up that fuel filter, block up the carburetor, and it'd be a hard time to run. Sometimes you can get it to just pull through and keep running it until it starts to run normally, but sometimes it's just too much gunk in there to get it to stay running. Pop that guy off. And air filter's starting to get dirty. You're gonna have to replace that guy. 8mm nuts here. And then we have two T27 Torx bolts inside here. And one more down here. And my guy should slide off. Okay, don't lose those 3 bolts. There's our carburetor. Very dirty in here, so probably going to need a carb clean anyway. That's from a dull chain. That's also why this filter got blocked up pretty bad. So we, multiple issues here. Oil in the tank, blocked air filter, dull blade, a lot of dirt in here. We're gonna pull this whole carb apart and give it a good cleaning. All right, so I'm just gonna pop that out. So in these guys, the fuel line pops right in there, so we don't have to disconnect that. That comes off on its own. So then the only thing holding this in yet is the choke, which I'm going to pop this guy up from the bottom. All right, loosen that guy up, which will give me a little bit more play to pop the choke lever out. Now the carb should slide right out. Very simple. And we're going to give this a good cleaning. I'm going to get a bunch of this gunk off of here real quick, all this dust, so we don't introduce any of that into the inside. Okay, clean that off. Let's get this pump side diaphragm off. Yeah, actually it looks pretty good in there. Pull the fuel screen, see if we can see through it. Sometimes these guys look clean, but actually are blocked. You should be able to see light through the screen. So when I hold it up to a light, I should be able to see some light through it. I can. You can kind of see the yellow through that guy. So that should be all right. Just wash it out, rinse it. You can see there's some water in here as well. Some water in the gas, bubbles up. Check this gasket. It looks like it's starting to go bad. I think I'm going to replace that guy. So it looks like we're going to be doing a full carb rebuild on this. Let's check the diaphragm. Diaphragm's not bad. Not much oil in here, which is good. I just think this guy's starting to get a little hard too. There's definitely some dirt in here. Not bad, actually. All right, let's get the rebuild kit for this. Here's the new kit. This one doesn't come with a fuel screen, but I do have fuel screens. But since this one is pretty clean, I don't think I need to replace it. So pump side diaphragm, diaphragm gasket, pump side gasket, and the new diaphragm. Let's get this old gasket off. Give this a good rinse with some Carb Clean. Be careful using any type of forced air in any of these passages. The check valve inside here could be fractured, and then you're not going to get a good pump anymore. Let's get this cleaned off. All right, that takes a little bit of elbow grease to get some of that off. Sometimes the gasket's hard to get off, but work at it, it'll come. Okay, so the gasket goes down first. Make sure all the holes line up. Then the diaphragm. Confirm with your diaphragm that this little pin on the pinwheel is the same size. Make sure you get the right kit. Then we're going to put this guy on. Go this way. We'll get some of these screws started to hold that in place. We'll tighten these kind of evenly. Make sure you don't over tighten. This is steel going into aluminum. Now we'll put our fuel screen back in. Line that up. Just give it a good push straight down. There we go. Then our diaphragm. Then our pump side diaphragm. And then our gasket. And then finally come in with our cover. Make sure that all lines up. It goes on one way, so it won't go anywhere if it's not right. Tighten that down. All right, so that's all there is to rebuilding that. We'll look at the fuel filter quick, and then I'm going to clean up the rest of this inside, get this all cleaned out, and then we'll order up that air filter. Pop this off and just going to inspect this. Actually looks pretty good. Let me clean it real quick. So I just blew some air through there. It cleaned up real easy. It's not restricting airflow at all, so I think we're okay with that. Just going to blow some air through the fuel line real quick too. Good, that's nice. All right, I'll pop the fuel filter back on. Again, if this was restricted or really gummed up, I would replace that, but it seems to be in really good condition. I think it just had a little bit of oil in it. Close that for now. I'm going to cover up these holes real quick and get a good deep clean in here real fast. And we're going to rinse this out real quick in the parts washer. All right, cleaned up pretty nicely there. Let's reverse this whole process. Gets us all back together and get the carb on, give it a start. Again, I just cleaned up the air filter for now just so I can get it to start, but I'm going to replace that. These things, after a while, they just can't get cleaned enough. All right, this is going to go in this direction. Get it past the handle here. And just got to line up that fuel line and make sure that clicks in place. Just got to make sure that that fuel line gets down inside there correctly, all right? This is always a tricky part, trying to get this choke lever back in its groove. Once you get it in like that, then you can usually just push it in like that. There we go. Okay. Make sure that's working correctly. It is. Make sure that the throttle's working correctly and everything's opening and closing. I'm gonna, before I put this cover on the airbox on, I'm gonna give that a good cleaning too. Okay, we cleaned up the airbox pretty good. Let's get that installed. Once we get that lined up, there we go. Should just click in place. And finally the one on the bottom here. And this air cover goes on, and then two 8mm nuts. Again, I'm just going to set this on for now. I'm going to replace that. But let's get some fuel in here, some fresh fuel. 50-to-1 non-ethanol 2-stroke fuel. Now let's just set back. Choke on. Started. All right, it started, but I don't want to let it run in here. I'm going to take it outside real quick, let it run and get all that smoke out, and then I'll come back in and show you guys running. All right, let me get the cover on. I want to adjust the carb a little bit. All right, that's gonna do it. Had to play with the high and lows just a little bit, get the idle under control, a little high, and get the response a little bit better. I got to sharpen the chain here, but yeah, I had to run it for a couple minutes outside. It was bogging a little bit. Big puffs of white smoke were coming out, but after 2 minutes, it pretty much cleared itself up and started running nice and smooth. That's all it really was. So probably could have got away with just cleaning the carb out a little bit and cleaning the system, but this diaphragm was starting to go. This pump side was getting warped. You can see how it was warping here. This gasket was crumbled when it came off, so it would have been due eventually. Figured might as well, while we're in there, we'll just do it all at once. Yeah, any questions, guys, hit me up in the comments. You can check out some of my other content over here. You can check out my channel there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.